We're all just temporary.
We're not recording yet.
Oh.
We are streaming, but we're not recording.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
hi, live stream audience.
Technically, we are.
This is a live stream exclusive segment, and we're totally doing that intentionally.
Yes,
we planned it.
This is like our Patreon, only you haven't paid a dime for it.
Yeah, we planned to do this, and now for the live
Special
stream.
thanks to True North.
Not a sponsor.
Not a sponsor. Hashtag.
Oh, no.
And for the live
Now we're
stream
recording.
only segment, Tony will now expose his left nipple.
That's not a nipple.
No, just in case family members are there. I don't want to.
Joke's on you guys. Which left nipple? Tony has 4.
What?
4 left nipples.
What?
It's the better tasting one.
4 left nipples, 1 right nipple. That's why they call them 5 nips. Tell us.
I'm a little dark. I needed to adjust my light in here. I'm good.
You
I'm
look
backlit.
great. You look great, buddy.
Actually, Chris,
Like
you
grainy.
look fantastic.
You
You look
gotta-
like you've been staring at that monitor for hours.
You've got a
tasty
glow
motherfucker.
about you.
I've been editing all day.
You know, if you edit closer to the time that we actually record, you won't have to sit down and do it all day.
Welcome to Popcorn Tribunal,
We'll be looking for a new editor.
a podcast where we talk about movies and roast each other's work ethic.
I'm Tony.
Tried
I'm Michael.
Nuts.
And that is, did you just say try these nuts?
That's
Possibly.
actually- that's Chris's new company. He's roasting his own peanuts.
I was playing Destiny the other night, last night actually, and we were doing divinity runs. And so you have to run the raid, obviously, when you hit stage 4 of 4 in the divine transformation. And at the end, I'd never run that raid before. And I was like, oh, I know I had to kill some of these enemies before we could really apply any damage to the boss. And he goes, were they mind goblins? And I knew something was wrong because I know Destiny. I know there's nothing called a mind goblin.
Yeah.
And so I was like, oh, mind goblin these nuts. And he's like, damn it.
Damn it. Walked right into it.
Bum, bum, bum. Let's make up words.
Do you remember a couple of years ago, there was a Disney movie that came out, the little kid who turns into a mermaid? What was that called?
It wasn't a oh my God. Why does it taste like coffee?
I think it tastes like coffee.
Yes.
It's supposed to be cucumber, isn't it?
Does it have coffee in it?
Possibly. I don't know.
Anyways, you know what I'm talking about, right? There was what was
Yeah,
that?
the minute they get wet. Oh, it does. It has green coffee in it. Okay,
There you go.
What was
explains it.
what was that movie called though?
I wasn't expecting it. It wasn't a movie. I don't remember.
Something with
Maybe
an L,
someone in
wasn't
the
it?
chat will know.
It was something with an L, I feel like.
If you know, it was an Australian series.
No, I'm talking about a Disney, the one where they're in Italy.
What?
They're like in Italy. And they're like when they get wet, they turn into mermaids.
If you keep talking about it, I'm sure I'll come up with what it was.
It was something with I think it was
Are we talking about a prawn?
no, it was a Disney movie. It was something that started
Oh,
with
it's
an
the
L.
movie called Prawn.
No.
Prawn
okay.
Hub?
No.
No. It was definitely with an L, and they were the Silencio Bruno.
Oh, it was an animated.
Yeah,
movie.
yeah.
You have to say it's a cartoon.
Okay, sorry. Yeah,
Because to me, I don't feel like those are really movies. Yeah, no, I know it's
Special animated movies?
Silencio Bruno. Silencio Bruno.
What was
yes.
that called, though, with an L?
God, I don't remember what it was called. Was it called Bruno?
No. Bruno was like the in your head thing. It was named after the kid. It was some kind of Italian name starting with an L.
Lasagna?
No.
Linguini?
Luke or something? Was it?
Luca?
Luke of these nuts. Welcome to Popcorn Tribunal, everybody. The podcast where I spent a minute and a half on that setup.
Hang on, but Luca these nuts doesn't make sense. If it was Licca or
Look at the.
No,
oh,
look at these
God.
nuts, buddy. Get it?
No, it's
No,
Lisa.
that was-
Lisa.
that was
Hey,
no.
are you proud of me,
Don't-
Mom?
Don't double
proud of me?
gun the phone. No.
Don't double gun.
No.
I've never been double gunned.
Literally a minute and a half set. I knew the name of the movie the whole time.
No, Luca these nuts is not a good
Our
joke.
double gun special.
Thank you for joining us. This will be my final episode.
No.
Post this to my new website, Prawn Harbor.
Prawn Harbor. Oh, gotcha.
Oh.
Prawn. P-R-O-N. No, but seriously, hi everybody. I am Tony. This is Michael, affectionately known as Blaha.
Affectionately and legally.
That in the room there behind the double-paned glass is producer Chris.
Yes.
He is the magic man that makes everything happen. Say hello, producer Chris. Can we get a soundboard sound, please?
Oh, God. Holler.
You don't have the soundboard available, do you?
I don't.
Oh, damn it.
Good call.
You know what? If we could get the URL prawnharbor.com, do you
I
think we
just
can
want
also
the Tom
get
Cruise rant on command. That's what I want.
Do you think we can also get the URL the Manfappen Project?
The man
Oh.
Foppenheimer.
Foppenheimer.
Fun fact. I just realized I don't have my keyboard in here.
What did you do a gig at the local nursing home?
I tore everything out and rebuilt it, and I've misplaced things. I'll make it work. I can do that.
I can do
It's
it.
okay. We don't need a soundboard today.
Yes, you do.
I would love a Tom Cruise rant at some point today.
Here's
would.
one. Tom Cruise, you're a dumb piece of shit.
I like that one. That's a pretty
Come
good.
fight
one.
me.
Okay, you can't use that because that's already Tyler's words.
Okay.
Come fight
Do you
me.
remember last time when Chris told me that you were dyslexic and thought that would
Tom
make me feel
Cruise,
bad?
you central
deserve it.
tooth looking motherfucker.
You deserve your crosswire brain, you fucking cult leader.
Tom Cruise, you close talker, you.
Katie Holmes
Have
is
you
a
ever
better
noticed
actor
that he
than
gets
you.
really intense in close talking?
Yeah, I know.
Did we have a moment there?
Come here.
No,
here.
step back.
You say Matt Lauer's glib and you're glib too, you bitch. Also, Matt Lauer sucks though. So
You couch jumping central tooth motherfucker.
I hope the next train you do a stunt on runs you over.
Oh Jesus!
Oh wow! Now for the next episode, I'm actually going to get a real soundboard thing.
Just use your.
instead of
You
the
have one. You
keyboard.
can use your iPad or something, and that'd be cool.
I use that for other tools.
You're just watching prawn while we're recording a podcast.
Yeah,
That's where you host
delicious.
Prawn Harbor.
Hey, guess what?
Sponsored
Some
by
good
Red
news.
Lobster.
So you know how we were the winner of 2022's Best Emerging Movie Review Platform.
Yes.
We have again been nominated for the Best Movie Review Platform for 2023.
You're welcome for the energy
Yes.
I've brought.
This nomination occurred prior to Michael joining the show.
Oh God!
Well, here's the interesting fact. I had a conversation with a friend about this the other day. Somehow our podcast has landed on the desk of or in the mobile device of someone who is intrigued in some of what we talk about.
Yes.
NSA.
Lucky
yes.
for us, they didn't listen to season 1, in which we were still trying to get our feet underneath us. And as we delve into season 5 and then moving forward into season 6, we've got a lot of new things coming. We have a new logo coming out.
Yeah.
I have a buddy who is a world-renowned graphic designer. He works for Nike, Adidas, Xbox, does some crazy good shit. And he designed a new logo for us. So I'm really excited about it. With
nice.
that new logo is going to come a spring shop, which will be a place for you to purchase merchandise with the new logo on it. We will use a portion of the legacy logo and do a kind of a legacy line there too, which would be pretty cool. So
Do I
I'm
have to
excited.
buy my own merch. Or...
We also have some exciting partners. We have parted ways with Freshen Up Hydration, and have officially become partners with Glitch Energy. Now, the difference between Glitch and Freshen Up, Glitch is actually a little more driven towards the gaming market.
Should I throw up the logo?
Yeah, if you'd like. So
right here.
There it is.
our logo is, this is Glitch. He is a animal of some sort, but yeah, that's our logo for Glitch Energy. So if you go to glitchenergy.com and use the code popcorn, you can save 10% when you order.
Might want to get that other can off the
There's
screen.
nothing on the
Yeah,
screen.
you might want to get...
Hey, this is
It's trash water.
is it alcoholic?
No.
Oh, well then why am I drinking
It's
it?
caffeine.
Oh.
That's all.
This is not a Glitch Energy product.
No.
But if it were,
spin
we'd
it
be
around.
so
the
ready to
partnership
go.
is
Spin it around.
The partnership is so new that
Go.
I'm just drinking what we have while I await our order of product. So you can take the logo off the screen now.
Oh, I'm gonna leave it there the whole show. I'm gonna
Okay.
stack them.
Look there, I pulled it off.
We are also still working with Lux Bidet, and they have made their we have this contest where I'm going to give away a bidet.
A bidet contest.
They
That
have
sounds.
upped the ante.
Should we get Taco Bell involved?
They also make a product called Whift, WHYFT, and Whift is a spray that you can either spray in the air or in the toilet to keep the odor from escaping the toilet as well.
Oh, okay.
And so not only will they be providing us with the bidet for giveaway, they're also going to provide us with a package of Whift stuff.
Now, can we
as
spray
well.
that on children?
You mean like the one that just shit his pants earlier?
He's 2, for the record.
Oh yeah, it
He's
wasn't
supposed to shit his pants.
It wasn't my 13-year-old.
Do you think we should call this Give Bidet?
God, dude, your puns are Mom.
Should I
Mama
I
Blaha.
put the mustache back
Let's
on
have a
him.
conversation here. The dad jokes coming out of this one, they're bad. They're bad. Look at these nuts. Look at these nuts. Come on.
I'm just gonna chase you around with a mustache.
I must ask you a question. Okay, so yes. So once again, once we hit 500 followers on Instagram, or would we say 200 subscribers on on YouTube Popcorn Tribunal, we will have a random drawing of our followers, and I will send you the code and you can order. They'll even cover shipping. It's pretty cool.
Hell yeah.
And I'm telling you right now, as one man who has a very, very clean beehole,
Thought you were going somewhere else with this.
it's a life-changing experience. Make fun of me all you want, but I'm telling you right now, Lux Bidet is a life-changing experience. I'm going to need you to clip this. Lux Bidet, you have changed my life.
Yeah?
Yeah, my 13-year-old goes to poop in my bathroom now just so he can use the bidet.
Yeah, I've noticed whenever I use the second bathroom at your apartment now, it's remarkably clean because no one's using it.
Yeah, because he's using mine. So anyways.
That's my bathroom.
Yeah,
now.
so, and again, I mean, partners with Reflect Sabers. You're super excited about that.
Oh my God. And with the Ahsoka show coming
Right?
up.
So
I need
exciting.
their logo.
To our UK listeners, Guardian PC. I actually had a friend in the UK who ordered a computer from Guardian PC. So thank you very much, Sarah.
Fantastic choice.
Enjoy
They can
your
do
new
something
gaming
for me.
PC.
My Predator laptop's getting a little bit up there.
But they're UK only.
Is
they
this
do not,
the
they do
UK,
not ship
Christopher?
internationally. Yeah, you have to
Maybe
say that with an English accent, Chris.
Travel
Oi,
to the UK.
oi, governor, can I
have-
have a PC?
Family over there, so maybe they could buy it from them. And
I want you
send
to
it
smell
me.
that and tell me it doesn't smell like coffee.
If I had $1,
It doesn't smell like coffee. It smells like green tea.
It smells like coffee.
It does not smell like coffee.
It's coffee.
Have you smelled coffee before?
Have I smelled coffee before?
It smells like green tea, you weirdo.
No, it doesn't.
eh,
It smells like coffee.
Chris has drank this before. and
Speaking
was
of
shocked.
coffee, check this out. Coffee Dudes Coffee, new subscription service. CoffeeDudesCoffee.com. Hand roasted artisan coffees right here, produced by producer Chris. Unbelievable coffees. I've never seen anybody complain about it. They say it's the best coffee that they've had. It's fresh. He has this amazing roasting setup. So check out CoffeeDudesCoffee.com.
Yeah.
Get your subscription set up. It'll be hand delivered by Roman goddesses.
by
And also
small children on bikes.
Small
Finally-
children on bikes.
I got to finally try Puppin' the Pepper.
Oh, Pumpin' the Pepper.
And it
so I
is
gave you
Eleanor's
a Scarlet
Everything
Reaper
and Scarlet
a
Reaper.
yes.
Fan fucking
What'd you put the Eleanor's Everything on?
Multiple things so far. I did on some pizza like you recommended.
Yes.
I done some on some French
Did you try it
fries.
on cold pizza?
Yeah.
Oh, it's
I had
so
it on
fucking
some, I had
good.
it on some French fries. I had it with some
Yes.
onion rings. One,
Yes.
my God, fantastic. Also, the Scarlet Reaper, also fantastic, and it hurts
The
in the
heat
best
is
way.
the heat is perfect.
Oh, I'm
The
a
flavor
giant
is
baby.
on point. I got
And
some
I'm
pho.
still waiting.
You didn't get yours, did you? Because the bottle.
No.
broke.
He's sending me more, but
Yeah.
I got home from vacation and had a mailbox full of hot sauce and flies.
You had a
Thanks,
mailbox
you-
full
So
of
the
fucking pepper
USPS
spray.
does not like to deliver
No.
properly, unfortunately.
Yeah,
but,
it was like busted wide open. Totally
Yeah.
obvious it was broken.
But I
Whatever.
ordered some pho, and you know how people put sriracha in the pho, and I was like, I'm gonna try this with the Scarlet Reaper. It's just vinegary enough. It's just enough heat. It was nice. It was subtle.
Yes.
I've had some conversations with the guys at Pup and the Pepper, and they're gonna try and get a Scoville rating for it so that we can talk a
lovely.
little bit about that.
Just fantastic.
I did send an
Fantastic
email
product.
to the producers at First Week Feast just
Oh,
to see if
oh,
maybe we can
great.
get some Scarlet Reaper on the hot wings. What's the hot ones?
Hot ones.
Yeah,
They truly deserve.
I have a feeling it'd be in like the first one to
it'd be
three.
early. It'd be early,
Yeah,
but
I don't
still,
think
it'd
they're going to be
cool
knocking
to-
on 100, 200,000.
Yeah,
It's a good intro.
but we
hot
need to
sauce.
get a Scoville rating before they'll really have a real conversation about it. But you know, hey, I'm trying to support a friend of ours, someone that Chris and I both used to work with, and their products are great. They just won Best of the Festival award
Uh-huh.
at the Jungle Gym's Sauce Festival.
Nice.
I think they won second place in the hot sauce contest or something.
I'd have to double check. They were way up there.
Yeah, so good on you guys. The other thing too is every bottle that you purchase helps to benefit local pet shelters.
Yeah.
So it's awesome. So hence the pup of the Pup and the Pepper. So actually one of their dogs is Eleanor from Eleanor's Everything.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah.
thought it was a dog making it.
Wow.
Is that like the cat shitting out the coffee beans?
I don't know.
Okay.
Yes.
Anyways.
Is this now every time I make a bad dad joke, are you
Oh,
putting
look,
the
you
mustache
put the
on me?
website up there too.
Hey, look at
Oh,
that.
look at that, Chris.
right here.
It's like you're a marketing genius.
Right here.
Right here.
Genius.
Look at that.
Genius.
A
Oh, that's the
genius.
wrong way. Hang on.
I'm going to need you to write that down and sign it.
I still have business cards that say I'm a genius. So
Well, from Apple.
yeah,
Call
yeah.
my mom and tell her.
So anyways, that's I mean, I guess we can call it paying the bills. Yeah,
Oh.
that's I don't want to know what that was.
I don't either.
Okay.
That was the whole house that.
Yeah, it was.
All right, we're good.
All right. So we're not going to do movie news, and we're not going to do movie news purely because it's a step in the right direction towards supporting SAG-AFTRA and WGA.
Yeah.
So we're not going to support forthcoming projects. Some of the stuff that we're talking about is not coming out until late August. Only talking about it because it was something that we enjoyed. And really because I'm out of town next week, so we can't talk about it when it comes out.
I
So
did- There was, I you know what? I favorited something earlier on Twitter. I was like, that's not movie news. It's just movie adjacent news. We can talk about it. Now I
Movie
can't
adjacent
fucking
news.
find it. What was I looking for? Oh, yeah. It was you know what came out 16 years ago today?
The Boy Who Could Fly.
That could be true, but it's
Don't
not
make
the
me
answer
feel
I'm looking
old.
for.
Do not
You
make
guys
me
are
feel
going to
old.
feel old.
Do not.
Cast your mind back 16 years.
No.
The year's 2007. Where were you when a little
16
movie...
years ago was 2007.
Right?
Where were
Oh,
you
Jesus.
when a
Yeah.
little movie called Superbad came out?
Fuck
That
me.
was 16 years
16
ago.
Come
years ago
on.
today.
Jesus.
Superbad came out. I
Wow.
was a sophomore in
You were a
high school.
zygote.
I was in my second year of high school. For those who maybe are outside of the U.S. and don't know what sophomore means,
I had been out of high school for
Wait. You were
11
wait,
years.
wait, what?
I would have been a sophomore in high school.
I was 25.
You weren't even in college anymore, probably.
No, I was working at the fruit company that must not be spoken of.
Hey, we don't work there anymore. We can talk about it.
Apple?
True. Oh, I don't want to give them free promo.
Or is it Dole? Like, is it real fruit or is it?
It was Apple.
We worked at the Dole Whip company.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I worked at Apple.
Do you know what? I have to make
Have you ever had a Dole Whip?
See,
No,
I
I'm
see.
into
Unlike
Disney.
Say
Tony,
it. I just want you to say
a Dole Whip?
I
Whip
worked-
this dick out.
I worked for the original Apple computer company before it changed to Apple Incorporated.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Look at you go.
No, that just means I'm really freaking old.
Yeah, no,
I
see,
actually found my certification certificates yesterday from Apple, my Genius training and all that.
I still have an old pay stub that says Apple Computer.
I have to make you
Love it.
guys feel old while I'm here now, because now at work I'm surrounded constantly by people who are at least 7 years
Yes,
younger
that
than
is
me.
true,
And
yeah.
so I'm old to
You're
them.
the senior in the environment.
I'm old to them, and they're like, "Whoa, you were alive
God
for this.
damn, dude.
You were in double-digit ages in 2010." And I'm like, "In 2010, I
God.
graduated high
You remember
school."
when the plane hit the building, man?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I do.
Yeah.
I remember the first
Proof
attack
the
in
white
the
men can
90s.
jump.
Oh no!
Oh yes.
Oh no! Oh, that was such a deep 9/11 joke.
Yes.
Oh my god!
Yes. Thank you.
Stop it.
I thought you were referencing the movie for some reason.
I have
What
a
are
question for you.
talking
Is
about?
that worse than
Yes.
me thinking
Always.
that Tourette's is funny?
Damn it.
I don't. You know what? Here's
Which
the
is
thing.
worse?
Here's the thing.
And
I'll
we're
always.
canceled.
Sorry, Mom. Cover your ears real quick, and Dad. I'll always laugh at a good 9/11 joke, but so I
Don't
don't
do it.
know. But
No.
that was
Stone.
deeply disturbing.
Stop.
That was
Ah!
man. That was.
Hey, you
All right,
gotta
everyone.
change that Twitter logo to the X, my guy.
Thanks for tuning in tonight, everybody.
Proof that white men can
we're
jump.
Final
getting
show.
canceled. We're going the way.
Ah, please. It was 22 years ago. We'll be all right.
22 years ago, huh? How old were you back then?
I was 35.
You were 30.
25.
No, you
I was
weren't.
25. I
So
was
you were
25.
25 when 9/11 happened?
Yes.
I was 9.
Jesus Christ. Wow. Okay. Let's get back to the topic at hand.
Yeah,
here.
this is not a 9/11 podcast.
No, it's not.
Oh no.
No, it's a make Chris and Tony feel extremely old podcast.
Yes.
Yeah, what the fuck is that?
Wait,
all
one
about?
more.
God.
Let me just do one more follow up. Where were you when Phantom Menace came out? The Star Wars, The Phantom Menace. Do you know like what stage of your life you were in?
I was
was in
married.
high
so
school.
probably
You were
heavily
married?
masturbating.
I was in high school.
You were in high school.
What
I had
year was it?
it was 1999.
Mm-hmm.
I had just finished kindergarten.
I was partying.
I was in my junior year.
I was partying
Parody haired. Are you older than Chris? I thought you and
like
Chris
it
were kind of the
was
same age.
1999. I was partying like it's really nobody.
Fun
It's a-
fact,
it's a
I
song.
have the complete set of Pepsi cans with all the Phantom Menace stuff.
Oh,
Did
Unopened.
you really?
At my parents' house, unopened.
Blaha just came in his pants. Careful.
Oh, I wanted all those so bad when I was younger, and all the like. You remember they did like the cross promotion, like
Yeah. Did they have
Taco
Crystal
Bell.
Pepsi with the Phantom Menace?
I don't
labels?
remember.
No,
They had a.
that was long gone.
They
Okay.
did. It was like KFC, Taco Bell, and Burger King. No.
A KFC, Taco, Pizza Hut.
Oh yeah, pizza, and they did. They all had the different
It was
toys from Phantom
KFC,
Menace.
Pizza Hut, Taco Bell.
Yeah, and at the time,
Kentucky Fried Pizza Bell, right?
Yeah.
What did they? Isn't that what they called it?
and I still lived in New York at the time, and my uncle drove me all over the goddamn place to get every single one of those Star Wars
Did
toys.
you witness the flight?
Well, here's another fun fact
No, we were
related.
not in New York anymore.
So when I worked at Apple, those first couple years is when Jake Lloyd was still coming into the store.
Dude, I found the autographed pictures that they brought me. One for each of my kids
Yeah.
You
prior
know
to
what?
him
The-
trying to kill his
he was
parents.
like best friends with the guy who did my wedding video, and
Yeah.
he was in all the time.
Yeah.
And much like Tony has his Michael Mann story, I actually Jake
Well,
Lloyd went to my high school
Yeah.
and was a senior
Until
when I
he
was a
decided to
freshman.
be at homeschooled.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
well, he was there in his senior year, and I
Yeah.
met him on my freshman day.
Yeah, he was weird.
Well, people were extremely mean to him.
Well, here's the deal. So his parents, mom and stepdad, I think,
Sure.
they used to frequent Apple, which is where I met the tattoo artist that did my sleeve and then disappeared.
Yeah.
And they were friends. And so when my tattoo artist disappeared, these guys kept coming in, and I did their training. So I was the one who was training them. I don't know, Chris, you may have done some of their training
Yeah.
too.
When it was just a single little
Yeah.
thing up front.
But
Yeah.
they asked me for my kids' names, and I was like, "Oh, okay, they're gonna bring like a little character." No, but he wrote like to Aiden, to Avery,
Yeah.
to Piper. To
He was extremely nice. He literally, I randomly met him in the hallway. Obviously, recognized him instantly.
yeah,
He saw me holding a Star Wars book and he like definitely had
Time
the-
out.
Yeah,
In high school,
yeah,
you carried around
yeah.
a Star Wars book.
Hey Tony, I carry Star Wars books still.
Did you actually have sex with a woman at some point in your life?
No,
Okay.
He literally is right now. No. For all the listeners. No.
Currently,
still a
at this moment.
That's
No,
why the
I'm
camera is
still
angled.
Oh, I
virgin.
forget your mom's watching. I should
yeah, no,
probably-
I'm still a virgin.
Sorry.
I've never even seen any person, anything naked.
Just farm animals.
His favorite band is
Farm
Imagine Dragons.
Yeah. No, he was very nice to me. He saw me holding a Star Wars book, definitely clocked the book, and then was like, "Oh no!" Like he made the face like he's like, I got one of them," and I was starstruck. I told him Anakin was my favorite, and he said, "Thank you. Do you need help finding you the lunchroom?"
And did you look at him and go, "I'm so hard right now"?
Nope. Nope. I was just terrified. I just sat,
Gotcha.
and then he was like, "Okay, well, see you later." And I could have asked him to sign the book, I'm sure, but I didn't.
Mhm.
And then he just left. But he was a very nice man. Jake Lloyd, if you ever happen to see this, thank you for being nice to me.
But I do actually have autographed pictures,
That's really cool.
which is pretty cool. Yeah.
That's pretty
And it's
sick.
the picture outside of the dome where his shadow is Darth Vader.
Oh,
And it's just him as the kid. Yeah,
You
black
mean
and white.
the hut? It's the homes on Tatooine are dome shaped. It's a hut. Tony.
Thank you for that
Yeah,
education.
you're welcome.
He's definitely top 5 of the coolest people I met while working there.
Yeah.
Jake. Yeah, I never got to meet Jake. I just got to meet his
I
parents.
also would like to point. I knew a dude at my previous job.
Nobody cares about that.
Wow.
Just kidding. Go ahead.
Good Lord.
Go ahead. You knew a dude at your previous job.
Who talked about? He was like, "Oh yeah, I was in his high school class, and when he worked at PacSun, we used to go in and like bully him and do like Star Wars noises." And I looked at this man and I was like, "You're telling me this story like you're fucking cool for
Yeah.
bullying a dude who got to meet Ewan McGregor and Natalie Portman? Do you know what an idiot
As
you
a
sound like?"
child, Liam Neeson?
Yeah,
Come on.
and-
I don't give a shit about Natalie Portman.
And do you know what? That fucking douchebag at work got fired, and good, you deserved it. I won't say your name, but if you happen to see this, know that you deserve everything that happened to you after you left that company.
Here's my Apple claim to
Nice.
fame, and then let's get talking about what we're here to talk about.
It's his movie stuff we're talking about.
No,
So.
my Apple claim to fame. I was at the Genius Bar. This is when they had an actual Genius Bar, and they had our laptops. You would tuck them up under, and I pull it out and I open it up, and I go, "Mr. Pollock," and I look up, and there, sitting at the bar in front of me with a hat pulled low, is Kevin fucking Pollock.
Huh.
And I was like, "Holy shit! I love your work." And he was the nicest human being.
Yeah?
He was in town for a show and needed some work done on his MacBook, and I fixed his computer, and he was the nicest human being, and actually gave me a net promoter, like a high score on net promoter, which was crazy.
Nice.
But we probably chatted for 20 to 30 minutes, and I got yelled at because it wasn't a 15-minute appointment.
No.
But nicest human being, and I will forever be a fan just based off of that experience.
But did you get to sell a laptop to Alec Baldwin?
No.
Did
he
During the
did he
writer's
shoot
strike.
you? Did he shoot you?
He was in town for the writer's strike, came in. It was myself and Ty Caldwell who got to greet him and chat with him. And this is when the MacBook Air first came out.
I
he
had
stood
another
there.
story, but you just
But it's-
interrupted
you'll
me
love
with
it,
the
though.
Alec Baldwin
Yeah.
story.
He was all like, what do you think of the new MacBook Air? I go, it's pretty cool. He goes, yeah, I know what you think. All right. And he's like, I know what you think. What was it he said?
Was he a
like,
jerk?
No, he was fantastic.
Okay.
He's like, I get it. He's like, yeah, it kind of looks like a giant makeup compact.
Was he coked out? He
No,
sounds
he
like
was
coked out.
doing a speech at the Sheridan.
Okay.
It was during the writers' strike, and he was in
Oh.
for something
Was
related
it during the writer's strike?
during the
I think it
writers'
was during the writer's strike.
During the
I think it was
writers'
during
strike.
the writer's
It was
strike.
during the writers'
Yeah.
strike.
Do
God.
you remember the band Fuel?
Yes.
No.
So the
You're
band
old. You're not
Fuel,
old enough.
lead singer was Torrin Green.
Okay.
Was he so far away?
So I had an appointment and I called him out. I said, "Mr. Green," and this guy that was just jacked and had tattoos. He's like, "Yeah, that's me." Quiet, soft-spoken dude. We sit down, we start talking. He's like, "I just need some help arranging these audio files and blah blah blah." And so we went through it. and he goes, "You can call me Torrin." And I was like, "Okay." And someone came up to him and said, "I'm so sorry to interrupt you. I just wanted to let you know that I'm a really big fan. I had no idea who the guy was.
You're
And
like,
so,
oh, okay.
and he's like, "Hey man, thanks." He was really nice to him. He signed something for him. And the guy went away, and I was like, "What was that all about?" And he's like, I sing in a band." And I said, "Oh yeah, what band?" He goes, "Fuel." I was like, "Shut up, that's amazing." Torrin Green just graduated medical school
Really?
and
Nice.
is in his residency.
Oh wow!
So
Congratulations,
the
Torrin
former
Green.
lead singer of Fuel, which was like this really hot, heavy rock band in the late 90s, early 2000s.
Yep.
Sure.
He's now a medical resident in Baltimore.
Nice.
Do you know when I started at my first ever job? It was at Best Buy.
We're changing the name of the podcast to Reminiscence.
It's called. Did you know? The girl that trained me when I started at Best Buy.
Was she a girl or a woman?
I mean, well, then I guess I don't know. She was like 20. I don't know if that's still
That qualifies as a woman.
I don't know. She was dating the lead singer for the band Haste the Day.
I never heard of him.
They're like I think they're a Christian rock band, or not like they're kind of like an
That
alt,
makes sense. Haste
and-
to the day that the
yeah.
Lord has come. Yes.
They're like an alt Christian rock band,
Right. They're
The-
like Striper was Christian.
Yeah, the only real song I know,
Creed is Christian.
yeah, the only song of theirs I can remember is they did a cover of the Black Eyed Peas song "Meet Me Halfway," which is actually pretty good. And
I
I
don't
had,
know that song. How does it go?
"Can you meet me halfway?
How's that go?
Can you meet me halfway?" Anyways, so I got to meet the guy from Haste the Day, and then I found out that like my brother knew them in high school or something.
Come on, let's go there.
Is that Fuel?
Make our escape. Come
Is that
on,
Fuel?
Let's go there. No, that's Creed.
I don't know Creed.
I don't know what he says, but he goes, "Let's rock when we play."
Let me ask
Ruining
you: was
it.
that big on the radio in the '90s?
Yes.
Ruining the show.
Okay, by the time the '90s were over, I was only 7. So,
Can you take me higher?
oof, that's rough. That's rough. Chris, you can cut that, right?
It's live, bitch.
You can cut that from the edit, though.
Okay. So, anyways, first things first. Destiny 2, another resurgence, kind of came back again. I don't know what's happening. Every update, there seems to be something that a lot of people are excited about. The final shape trailer comes out next week.
Yeah.
So a lot of people are really excited about that. That's like the last big update to Destiny 2.
Before that, well, for this saga. And
For
then
this
after,
saga.
We can watch it together at work.
Absolutely not.
You want to carve out some meeting time or something?
Let's put something on Teams.
Yeah, no, they did a kind of a preview. The new season starts next week. Still they don't know the name of the
What
season.
level
yet.
are you in this season?
90?
Yeah, same.
So I just got to finish it out. They did show off the new catalyst for
Yeah,
the Monte
new
Carlo.
The Monte Carlo is
So
finally
you
getting
can-
a catalyst.
You can stab people with it.
Yeah, that'll be awesome.
Because when you've got a gun,
Imagine just going boom, and then you see a thrall go woo.
what I keep thinking of is imagine just jamming that gun into someone and then just
Oof. I can't wait for them to announce the Crota raid as the next Legacy raid.
that's definitely going to be the
so
one. Too.
excited.
There was like a little preview of the seasonal
Thrall
armor.
armor.
Yeah, it looked pretty cool. But I only saw it for the Warlock. I don't know about the others, but
Yeah.
Hunter will look the best as it always does.
Hunter main. For
Warlock.
life.
If you play Destiny, I like you. But if you're a Hunter, I like you even better. And if you're a
Yes.
Titan, you're dumb.
You're dumb. Titans suck.
Jesus.
Just sitting there munching on crayons.
All right. So yeah, some exciting things coming in Destiny 2. A couple big things. Remnant 2 has had a much bigger launch than they expected of
Yeah,
it.
for sure.
What benefited them, and this was kind of a great tactic, was they paid some major creators to play the game.
Yeah.
And then those creators kept playing the game outside of the paid streams.
Yeah, because they enjoyed
Because
it.
it was an enjoyable game. To me, it's essentially Gears of War. Like
Yeah.
it's over the
It's
shoulder third
Gears of
person.
War, but kind of Dark Soulsy.
I actually bought it and then refunded it.
You didn't like it?
I didn't even play it.
Oh, okay.
So, and the reason being is because I loved Gears of War so much, but what I loved Gears of War so much is everything you could do.
Yeah.
You know, the chainsaw, sneaking up behind people,
Mm-hmm.
and that just doesn't exist in Remnant.
Sure.
So that's a game that I'll watch. I'll watch people play it.
Yeah.
I'll enjoy watching people play it. Other people are enjoying it. That's just not really.
I
something
don't
wanna
see
play.
myself playing it, but I do enjoy watching people play
Yeah.
it. I don't see myself playing much of anything except for Baldur's Gate
Jesus,
3,
tell me all about.
baby.
Let's talk about that. So here's the deal. It looks amazing.
Yeah.
But I don't understand in 2023 paying for a game that looks so amazing but plays like a tabletop game. Now, let me clarify. I'm not shitting on tabletop game players.
Yeah.
There's some really cool experiences. Look at your hat, right? Really cool experiences with tabletop games.
Yeah.
It's fun to watch. It's fun. I just can't bring myself to it. It feels like those Pokemon games where they attack and then Squirtle uses Hydro Pump, that kind of thing.
I still love those games too, though.
See, but
I'm not usually a turn-based fan, but the thing is, for certain stuff, that is what I'm like.
It's called oscillation.
All right.
Turn-based fan.
God damn it.
Yeah.
But for certain stuff, that's what I'm looking for. And so with Baldur's Gate, I'm going into it knowing that I am basically.
Did you buy
playing
the game
D&D.
because you found out you could play a bear and fuck somebody?
No, you get fucked by the bear.
Oh, you get fucked by the
Yeah,
bear.
it's someone else who turns into the bear.
Oh.
And they fuck
So
you.
does everybody get fucked by the bear at some point?
I mean,
in the game?
you can't if you romance the character.
Gotcha.
So okay,
But do you
just
know
so-
that the character that you're romancing in the game is not a bear?
I don't know that.
She is a cleric.
She is that clerics don't shapeshift.
I mean,
No.
okay.
Just to also clarify for anyone who knows me, there's like, is he playing a porn game? No, but you can romance the characters. Basically, Baldur's
I
Gate.
mean, that all started with oh shit, what was that game?
Mass Effect. Mass Effect was
Yeah.
probably the first game I was at least aware of that made companion romance
Yeah.
a big thing. And so basically, you recruit.
Other than Leisure Suit Larry, of course.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. You recruit a whole party of various people in the game, and there are certain, I think actually all of them in this game, you romance and start like a relationship with them.
Interesting.
I'm knee deep in romancing a
Basically,
goth
his
girl.
partner in video game porn.
It did come about that as I got to know the character in the game more, she did slightly resemble my real life partner, and it was a little jarring. That's never happened to me before.
Or adorable, ladies and gentlemen.
It's never happened to me before.
Adorable.
And at some point in getting to know this character who I was attempting to romance, I was like, oh my God. it's just you. So
Yeah, and I play Diablo 4, in which the character that I romance just happens to be an evil demon, kind of
there-
like my ex-wife. No, I'm just kidding.
I was gonna say, is there
Wow.
romance?
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. No, there is no romance.
But so Baldur's Gate, very fun. I mean, I haven't gotten even very far. I mean, chronologically, I've put like 16 to 20 hours into it, but I've only finished the first quest that it
For the
gives you.
record, when we started season 5, Michael Blaha and I were supposed to stream together and play similar video games. Now all he plays is Baldur's Gate.
Yeah.
I needed a new game.
Hey, get Baldur's Gate.
Diablo 4 came out with Seasons, the season of the Malignant.
Oh, okay.
And I've been playing that a little bit. It's pretty fun. Because of the way that the original game was structured versus the seasons, you did have to create a new character. So I created a barbarian.
Oh, you have to make a new character each season?
No, just for the seasons period. So you have a standard gameplay character and then a seasons based
I
character.
don't like that.
It's just different worlds.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So I am enjoying the barbarian. I did take a break from Diablo a little bit. It's the top down kind of, I don't know.
Sure.
It takes some, I have phases where I really want to play that, but then I started playing Call of Duty Warzone again,
And you're cracked at it, dude. I was
I'm
watching
getting
you
better.
stream.
The more I play, I'm getting better. And then I tried playing Apex, and I'm like, you cannot play Apex Legends like you're playing Call of Duty.
I did kind of think you were cracked at that too, though.
At Apex?
Yeah. Do you know what you could be a barbarian in, though? Baldur's Gate 3.
I'm not buying Baldur's Gate.
If Larian Studios wants to sponsor us, man, I'll shill your game so hard. It's perfect. It's a perfect game.
You're making so much eye contact right now.
I love it so much. If anyone sees this, let them know. It's a perfect game.
Hey, let's make sure we clip that. We'll put that up on TikTok and tag them.
I would if someone said to me, the world's ending, you have 30 minutes left,
What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna play Baldur's Gate and ignore the frantic phone calls from my family. They'll all be reaching out to me like, we have to say goodbye to each other.
I think your mom just texted you.
We need to say goodbye, and I'm like, yeah, to my love, Shadowheart. in Baldur's Gate 3.
Her name is Shadowheart?
Yeah. Well, it's her. She's undercover. That's like her code
Hang on,
name.
you would say goodbye to Shadowheart instead of your actual life partner?
I mean, they're in the
Good
apartment with me. If they
God.
want to say something, they can come out to my desk.
Is she watching this
Nope.
right now?
Nope.
Okay.
Working.
Okay.
Working tonight.
Let's make sure to send her a copy of
Nope.
this, Chris.
Probably listening.
Nope. That's okay. That's okay. They'll be playing Palia instead of coming out to say goodbye to me.
Palia is another game that just came out. Kind of a Genshin Impact clone.
Yeah.
Oh my God. You heard that
Wait,
right?
what?
I
I've
did,
never.
yeah.
I did hear. I don't have enough experience with Genshin.
I
Impact
actually
to know.
enjoyed Genshin, believe it or
Doesn't Genshin's kind of like combat related though,
not. Your
right?
mother did just
My
text
mom did
you.
just text me.
It's acting like it's storming.
I know, is it? What'd she say?
She said, "I'm watching you, jackass." Mom, what you don't understand is Shadowheart gets me. She gets me on a deep level.
Hey, what you don't understand is your mom had you, so
I saved her from the Nautiloid, okay?
Oh, Jesus, okay.
Lizel was like, we don't have time for this, and I made time to save
Okay.
her.
Oh,
so
boy.
I love her.
coming soon.
$60 for that game.
So a game that I participated in some pre-release gameplay for that I'm technically not supposed to talk about is Wayfarer.
I'm not supposed to talk about
I'm
it.
going
but
to talk about it
it.
now because they've announced the founders packs and release and all that stuff.
And
so,
everyone was streaming it today.
yeah. So I did get to play it pre-release.
Cool.
It's pretty cool. I don't
Yeah.
know that it's my style of game. It's kind of New World meets Borderlands kind of a thing.
Okay.
It's fun and it looks
Yeah.
great. Another game that I'm super excited and I can say I participated in from alpha is a game called Hyenas. Hyenas is a really, really great first person shooter. And it's in a low gravity environment.
Oh.
It's very cool. Kind of a battle royale, but also an extraction shooter.
Oh,
So-
okay. Yeah.
Originally, the next phase was going to be closed beta. It's actually going to be an open beta, which means that those of us who are content creators can actually stream it pre-release.
Nice.
So I'm so excited about that. That'll be one that I will be streaming on kick.com/ticklebuddies. Just replace the I's with ones.
Tickle Buttles.
Tickle. No, if the first one
Tickle
is
what?
an one, why? If the first one is an I, why would the second one be an I?
Do you know what game had a closed and open beta and content creators loved?
Which one?
Baldur's Gate 3.
You know what other game had a closed
So I
had
can't
a
play
closed alpha and beta and nobody liked and they're still proceeding with the game?
Star Citizen.
Skull and Bones.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Why in a universe where Sea of Thieves took off as hard as it did, why are
Right.
they still trying?
Well, here's the thing. So Skull and Bones, you remember how we talked about Fast and the Furious and said it's like 6 movies and 4 of them were terrible,
Yeah.
right? Skull and Bones is like 3 different video games and 2 of them are terrible. But there's one aspect of the game that's fantastic, and it is the ship to ship combat,
Sure.
which is different than, your Sea of Thieves where you're just rotating and blowing each other with cannonballs.
Blowing each other
Believe
with
it or not,
cannonballs.
yeah.
Is that what you're doing in
Jesus
Sea of
Christ.
Thieves?
It's actually kind of turn-based. I hate to say it, but it is kind of turn-based.
Get a new hard drive to play.
But
with
it's all about speed. So if you can get everything happening faster, you can skip turns because of your speed. So the ship-to-ship combat, I think, was done right in that
Okay.
game.
Your Baldur's Gate game requires 150 gigs of space on an SSD.
It does, and I had
My
plenty.
balders.
My D drive is a spinning drive on my laptop.
My D drive is...
Chris loves to talk about that D drive.
I have a C, D, E, and an F drive in my computer.
What?
Mine came with a 256 SSD, but I need to
My
upgrade
C
to the
drive is a
second
2 terabyte SSD.
Christ.
My D
Nice.
drive is a server grade 4 terabyte drive. My E drive is also a server grade 4 terabyte spinning drive. So 7,200 RPM.
Throw it on my Mac, but it has to be an i7 Mac.
And then my 4th drive, the F drive, is a 4 terabyte external drive used for clip. So when I
Yeah.
clip things or record
Gotcha.
things, it goes directly to that drive.
Good Lord.
Yeah.
That's a lot of memory. You know what you
Yeah.
could definitely hold in all that memory?
Sorry, it's not an SSD. It's a 2 terabyte NVMe. And if you say Baldur's Gate
Baldur's
again,
Gate
I
3.
swear to God.
Well, it says
Okay,
out on
you-
Mac it can run with the M1 chip, but I've
Look.
got the M1 Max. That should be all
I'm
right.
gonna get Chris playing it, and you're never gonna get away
What,
from the Baldur's Gate.
That's fine.
You're never gonna get away from the two of
That's
us talking
fine.
about it.
We're a video game and movie-based podcast. Speaking of movies,
Yes.
we saw some movies. Let's talk a little bit about those.
Movies? What are those?
Do we have a transition song? Like,
I actually would
Cue
like to
film reel.
start with a movie by the great director of District 9
Neil Blomkamp.
and those other movies that I can't remember the
He
name of.
did the short
Chappie?
films. Chappie, yeah. He did the short films for Halo 3 when they came out, I believe.
He also was originally tapped by Microsoft to direct the Halo movie.
Maybe that's what I'm thinking of. No, I
He,
think
cre-
he did
he
the short.
created the shorts,
Yeah.
which were
they
then
were called
purchased by
Landfall.
Microsoft and used in commercials for Halo 3.
Yeah. If you have never seen those before, look up
Look
Halo
them up
3
on YouTube.
Halo 3 Landfall.
Pause the podcast
Yes.
right now. Go to the search bar, which is up here. Type in Halo 3 Landfall
and Halo 3 Remember.
and Halo 3 Remember.
Fantastic. Those commercials were
So much better than the Paramount Plus show.
yeah, those commercials were so good that when that game was coming out, I remember seeing that on TV with my dad.
Yeah.
And my
Well, you
dad
remember
was
the
like,
live
"What
action
movie?"
Destiny commercials too.
Yeah, those were
before-
sick.
when Destiny 1 came out.
But yeah, no, like the Halo Remember with like the museum piece. My dad literally was like, "What movie is that?" I'm like, "That's a game."
Yeah.
Like, and it's sick.
That was a travesty when they did not make that movie. I was very sad. And because of that, that's when he came out with District 9
Yeah.
and used some of the concepts that he created for Halo.
It's an even worse travesty that they let that Paramount Plus Halo show exist.
Ugh.
I'm very hard to displease when it comes to making stuff with IP.
Can
I
we
love.
just cut that where he says I'm very hard and then just cut the rest out?
Just
God.
have it repeat over
Throw
and
the
over.
mustache over
I'm
me.
very hard.
You want
I'm
12
very
hours of that?
hard.
Throw
Tom Cruise, you short motherfucker. Okay.
Oh, fudge sticks. Jeez.
like I'm so hard
Yeah, you just
to
did it again.
displease when it comes to IP. I love, you know, I'm a shill. I find something to love about most things from the things I love.
You're a
love
very
Halo.
positive individual.
Yes, I love Halo so much. The only part of that show I liked was the beginning of the first episode when those children were getting the shit splattered
Oh,
out of them by the
Jesus
aliens.
Christ.
That was super visceral and cool. And then the rest of the show continued, and it was
I just want you to know that my 13-year-old is in our chat. He just called me Tony. And he's going to type right now that he's hungry. Why? Because he's at home and there's apparently no food in the house.
I love that he's Tony. I'm hungry.
There's plenty of food in the house, Tristan.
There's a
See,
dom-
get me food.
Get me food.
I told you. There is plenty of food in the house.
You live next to a Domino's. Just
No,
go
he's
over
also
there.
13. I don't necessarily want him to walk to Domino's, but there's pasta, there's cereal, there's stuff for him to make sandwiches. He has plenty of food. I just want to point that out. I do feed my child. He just wants me to buy him food. He says now. No. The answer is no.
Hey, gentlemen.
Make your damn dinner.
Yes.
Did somebody say Tom Cruise?
Oh,
That tiny little man, Tom Cruise, will come after me. Top Gun loser. How many apple crates you standing on?
Raise me up.
You're a pussy and I hate you. And I'm gonna send out an invitation. I'm gonna fight you, Tom Cruise. And I'm tired of his shit. I'm Tom Cruise. I'm still 40 for life. Get me my 4 apple boxes. You're all gonna look up at me. I'm gonna fly this plane for real. Look at me. You gotta digitally DH me so I look like I'm 40 forever. Tom Cruise. He's a little bitch, man. I will fight you.
Yes, that was brilliant.
There you
I wonder,
go.
do we have to pay royalties to Tyler at some point for that?
No.
We own that, right?
Yeah, no, we own all the intellectual.
We
property.
actually had him killed after he left the show, so we're good.
There is a clone, but
There's a reason why some people never come back. Just saying.
Just saying.
When was the last time you actually saw
For the
Alec?
record, Blaha did come back.
Have you seen Alec in person? lately?
oh,
Have
shit.
you?
Have you seen Derek?
It's
Nope.
been a long time. I've seen Derek in person.
Because I
Yeah,
can still
okay.
smell him under the concrete.
Yeah,
we let Derek have a child.
the
so we
CEO
let
of
him live.
Popcorn Tribunal is like, I've seen him. Yeah, that's believable. Yeah, the CIA also didn't do the Bay of Pigs.
This from the guy who made the Luca these nuts joke.
Tony's over here like, trust me, it was
Let's
a
talk a
lone
little bit
shooter.
about the voyage of the Demeter.
I Loved that stupid movie.
So if you want to go see a movie in which the early edition of Dracula the Vampire is a winged man with 3-foot long pointed teeth, kind of looks like William H. Macy, eats people, and the token black guy survives. It's annoying. There are so many tropes in that movie that I hated. Here's the thing. First of all, the token black guy that I'm talking about is an amazing actor who is underutilized in this role, number one.
Yeah, they do very much like, I've seen that complaint from other people. If it's like you took a renowned actor and you reduced him to a horror movie trope, kind of.
Well, and the crazy thing is if you're trying to make a period-based movie, right? Mm-hmm. This is not a character that is a doctor on the boat that is the Demeter. It's just not. And they talk about that and they talk about it, but it's tertiary to the rest of the story. I'm like, I want to know that this man has achieved so much in his life over and above anything he was ever expected to. And then they had the balls to put the one line in, "Oh, I've spent my time on a ship." Are you fucking kidding me? Come on.
Yeah, it did. There was a lot of people who I saw were complaining about kind of the exploitative nature of how
and the
they
man
treat
is
that
an
character.
excellent actor. Oh,
Yes.
he just said, "Don't you love me?"
It's Corey
because
Hawkins.
I won't buy him Subway.
Oh, God. Corey Hawkins, a fantastic actor.
Unbelievable.
I have
actor.
seen a lot of people complain about they do use him a little exploitatively.
He's the red shirt guy from Star Trek.
Except
he survives.
They put him through all of the kind of stereotyped horror movie tropes that people make jokes about, but then they're like, "Oh, but he lives."
Yeah,
and it's a little unfair to the actor.
It was slow. It was an hour and 40 minutes.
It was like an hour. It was just barely not 2 hours.
It could have been an
58.
hour and 15 minutes long.
And so
it would have been a better movie.
The thing is,
it was slow. It was not well written, and it wasted the talents of 3 pretty well-known actors.
Yeah. I think there's definitely stuff about the movie I thought could be better. I did think it was slow. The way I was talking about it was like, you can. And
let me ask you this: was it a horror movie?
So here's the thing. No, the thing that made a lot of sense to me when I was talking about it with my partner after I saw the movie, they pointed out to me that it's from the same director who did Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark back in 2019. And that was another movie where I was like, this.
Why are they not co-hosting this show?
Don't you love me?
Yeah, I mean, she's much better looking.
That's true.
All
that
right.
is true.
Tony.
Scary.
What?
This person wants Subway, and you're just going to have to raise your children better. Why not just feed them trash? Oh, God.
I did all the dishes, Tony. He's calling you Tony. Keep at it, Tristan. You got this. Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark was another movie that I thought.
Hey, Tristan, I bought you sub bread. It's like a foot long. You got bacon, you got American cheese. I'm not going to spend $11 on a foot long sandwich from Subway that you can make at home for free.
Just wrap some lunch meat in a paper plate.
No,
It's
he
the
doesn't
same
even eat the
thing.
lunch meat. It's literally bacon and white American cheese on bread. And I have to pay for a foot long BLT, which is $12 at Subway. Or he makes the one with the stuff that I bought him in the fridge. It's in the refrigerator at the house.
The only excuse would be if you bought Miracle Whip instead of mayo.
But he
That's
doesn't
it.
even use mayonnaise.
Then what
This
is wrong with him?
strange sandwich. That's a weird
It's a
sandwich.
BLT
Kid.
with no L, no T, add AC.
But a BLT must have mayo to be edible.
I agree, but you're also not a 13-year-old boy.
That's fair.
Not anymore. No,
Hey,
Not
to be
for
fair,
decades.
It's been a while,
He does
yeah.
like my cheeseburgers.
that's inappropriate. But
Oof.
let's get back on
Oof.
task.
Anyways, I thought that Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark back in 2019 was a movie that had a lot of potential. Could
Why
have
do
been.
you have to keep saying back in?
I don't know. I just
2019?
want him to be weird.
Just trying to make us feel.
the way
It had a lot of potential, and it could have been very creepy and uncanny. And then instead, it couldn't decide if it wanted to be a horror movie or a kids movie.
I never saw it.
It's not great. I don't recommend it.
Wasn't it based on a kid's book
Yeah, Scary
series?
Stories to Tell in the Dark.
Right.
Now, I would say almost the same thing about Last Voyage of the Demeter, but I think it was better than Scary Stories because it felt like the movie couldn't decide whether it wanted to be a psychological kind of dark.
Does the
horror
schooner
movie.
actually sail a foot above the water?
I
Like,
think
did you
so.
notice that the water was
I think they're
like,
pretty low because they're
Really?
a shorter ship. It couldn't decide if it wanted to be this kind of psychological tense horror movie or an action movie where people on a boat beat up Dracula.
to me, it was, are we going to be Amistad or are we going to be Dracula?
Yeah.
Amistad, bad choice because of the slave ship. I was just trying to think of movies.
No,
on
no,
the
I
ship.
get you.
What's the one with the Australian actor Russell Crowe?
Master and Commander.
Yes.
Yes.
Does it want to be Master and Commander or does it want to be
Yeah.
Dracula, Bram Stoker's
And
Dracula?
and the thing is, I think there's individual parts of the movie they do great. All the parts of the movie where they kind of come into contact with Dracula, like the scenes where they're like actively confronting him,
here's
I
the
think
question.
were awesome.
You're on a fucking boat.
Sure.
You are literally on a 35 by 12 by 18
Sure.
wooden vessel in the middle of the ocean. And you know after the third night that there is a creature at night. Are you serious? There is a creature after the third night that you know only comes out in the dark.
Yeah.
So let's go look for him. Hey, when are we going to go look for him?
When it's dark.
When it's fucking dark.
Yeah, no, there's some serious plot holes in that
Don't
movie.
go in that room.
There's some serious plot holes in that movie.
Everybody that walks in that room dies.
There is some serious misuse of actors and time. There is still parts of it that I enjoyed. I still gave it a 3 out of 5 because it is one I would watch again and I did find enjoyable. But it's enjoyable because it's like kind of stupid. You know what I mean? Like it's one of those ones where you're like, it's got dumb moments. It's not necessarily super logical, but it is also fun to watch people on a boat beat up Dracula, and then also Dracula beat the shit out of people on a boat.
The best part of that movie was when the people caught on fire.
That was see, there was moments in the movie that I thought were legitimately like tense and kind of creepy. That was one of
I
them.
wonder if we could ask ChatGPT to rewrite the Voyage of the Demeter, the last Voyage of the Demeter,
Certainly not during the
as
writer's
a
strike.
better movie.
Not right now. Chris, you're gonna have to cut that.
No, it's fine. Nobody that's in the WGA listens to us.
We're also.
Um,
Wait till you find out that they're streaming us on a picket line
Yeah.
right now somewhere,
Shit.
and they're like, "Find that motherfucker!"
Find that motherfucker. Indiana.
We're kidding.
I'm glad we're broadcasting from northern Michigan today.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a great day in Oklahoma.
Today we're in Sedona, Arizona.
It sure is great
Can
here.
you feel the
in,
magical healing vibes?
It's great here in Parsippany, New Jersey.
Beautiful day on the southern hemisphere.
Yes.
We're broadcasting from outside Disney World.
Welcome to China.
Oh, the moon is awfully cold today.
It sure is.
We're
It
floating.
sure is Friday here in Australia.
So to me, the last Voyage of the Demeter was it had the potential, and I love Dracula movies, right? Like there's so many great vampire movies. This was not a great vampire movie.
No, certainly not great. I still found it fun. I'll watch it again, but I'm not gonna like.
It's
go
not a
crazy
movie
about
that
it.
I will buy the Blu-ray for.
No, I'll watch it on streaming.
Yeah.
The
It's kind of like CDs, right? If you hear something on Spotify that you like, if I hear 3 songs from an album that I like, I will spend the money so the artist sees that money. Same thing with Blu-rays. This is not one where I'm going to spend the money.
Honestly, the best part of the movie was Tony bought me a hot dog, and then gave me some red vines.
He just wanted to watch you eat the hot dog.
I did not watch it.
Oh, actually, you know what? No, the best part of the movie was we met the nicest couple there.
Oh, yeah.
This super nice couple who were going and they were getting their snacks while we
And
were
he
getting
brought
our
a water
snacks.
bottle full of butter-flavored oil.
He brought a little baby water bottle and
Yeah.
filled it up with the butter oil of the thing. And
And
he
then
kept
was
looking back at me.
constantly
He's like,
pouring it
I'm
on
sorry, man. It'll give me a second. And I'm like, no, you're good. Take your time. They were very nice.
Yes.
And if you happen to ever come across this and remember us from Demeter, you made my night. You guys were great. And they said goodbye to me on the way out. The guy rolled down the window and was like, have a good one.
Yes.
And you know what? You have a good one. You're fantastic. Have a wonderful life.
The movie was terrible, but it was fun.
Movie was
meeting
pretty
you guys.
mid.
You're
Movie
giving
was
away our
pretty mid.
location with that have a good one stuff.
I mean,
Oh.
good day.
I mean, to
good
be
day,
fair,
mate.
based on where you live, we're nowhere near that location. So,
Good day, mate. It's Australia here.
yes. Hello.
Hello,
Austria.
governor.
Hello, governor.
We're
You
streaming
sound
from,
like you're from London.
we're streaming from Germany today.
you're from London.
Speaking of you, you sound like you're from London.
What is that? I forget what that's from.
I'm still torn about.
Nothing's right, I'm torn.
Okay,
Oh, that's-
Natalie
I know what
Imbruglia.
that's from.
Speaking of Australia,
Yeah.
I'm still torn about the Barbie movie.
Are you? Why? For what reason? I'll hold my opinion until you say your thing.
The best part about the Barbie movie was when Alan said, "I can wear all of Ken's clothes." That was the best part of the Barbie movie, and maybe Kate McKinnon always being in the splits.
Yeah.
That was another great part. It had so much potential
Sure.
to be terrible.
Mm-hmm.
And then it had so much potential to be everything you didn't expect it to be.
Yeah.
And it was everything that I expected it to be.
Okay. Which isn't necessarily bad, but you weren't like
Correct.
wowed by it.
For me, I enjoyed when Ken became a pig. That was amazing.
When Ken does a little January 6th.
Yes. Yes.
Oh.
The beach off conversation was hilarious.
Yeah, yeah,
There were plenty of moments in the movie that were laugh out loud funny.
yeah.
I really, really, really enjoy them as a writing duo. I really do. Booksmart was a brilliant movie. What's the Saoirse Ronan movie?
Little Women.
No, the
Ladybird.
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 That was brilliantly written, and it culminated in an excellent way. Barbie just kind of fell flat for me.
So I think
Barbie was very two-dimensional.
my least favorite part of the movie.
Will Ferrell was my least favorite part.
Well, I think in general, Will Ferrell's kind of my least favorite part of most stuff.
He's
even.
over the top. You could have had someone like an Alec Baldwin play that role.
That would have been
just as funny,
fantastic.
but would have kind of carried himself a little. Will Ferrell was just too over the top.
My thing, and it seemed like everyone in the theater I was in agreed. The last like 15 minutes of that movie are just painfully slow. And it's like the point where like they've kind of like left behind the funny goofiness of the movie and the like message that they were going for the
Beat
whole
you
movie
off
with.
so hard.
And then in the last 15 minutes, it becomes a very weird, like, everyone's human. Here's what it means to be a human.
Yeah,
kind
but
of
the
deal.
very last line of the movie paid off.
That's, yeah.
I will say this.
I don't want to say it because
in
it's
spite
hilarious.
of the last third being the most boring portion of any Pink movie I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And Pink is my favorite flavor.
Yeah.
But at the very end, the very last line of the movie was brilliant.
Yeah, I'm not, like, we won't say
We
it because
won't ruin
it's
it.
worth seeing. But yeah, no.
And to be fair, many people love this movie.
Oh,
and I appreciate
fucking love
that,
it.
and I can understand it.
and
This is not me as a movie critic shitting on a movie.
Yeah.
For me, it just didn't work.
Yeah. And
I didn't
get
care
it.
about the tropes. I didn't care about the men are terrible, women are angelic. I didn't care about any of that, right?
Yeah.
That was part of the movie. It was just very two-dimensional.
Yeah.
Maybe that was purposeful.
I guess, and my thing too was walking out of that movie, some of the weird backlash to it is just laughable because like by the end, like all these people are like, it's some woke agenda thing, which first of all, again, I can't stress enough.
It's about a fucking doll.
I can't stress enough. If you're the kind of person that says things like woke agenda, please find a hole. What? I'm not going to say anything weird.
Don't.
Just dig yourself down.
Please find a hole and stick your penis in it.
Please
We
find a
don't talk
hole
like
and
Balls
crawl into it and just stay there
Balls
for a little bit.
Luca these balls.
Look at these balls. The movie by the end is literally like, hey, everyone's kind of cool. Like we've all got our shit and like
And Ken's clothes fit Alan.
yeah, and Ken's clothes
But
fit
here's
Alan.
the best part about that line. He's sitting in the back seat of the Barbie mobile.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Who are you?" He's like, "I'm Alan. All Ken's clothes fit me."
Yeah.
Like what the fuck?
Which like and
It was
like
brilliant. Michael Cera, perfect choice for
yeah. Fucking I loved that movie so much. That's definitely another
me.
one
You
like
loved it?
I loved it. I thought it was hilarious. It was not anything really that I
I
expected.
didn't hate it.
Yeah, no, you're good, man.
No. But like, I feel like I want to say that I hated it, but if I think about it, I didn't hate it.
Yeah.
It literally, and I'm not trying to make a joke about the fact that it's a 2-dimensional Barbie house or anything. It just fell flat when
Yeah.
it could have been so much more.
Sure. Yeah. Listen, there's nothing wrong with it falling a little flat for you. I've seen people make that argument and that they were expecting maybe a little more. For me, it was
It was
loved all
pretty
the
funny when Ken kept trying to kiss her and she was oblivious.
I loved the
Can I spend the night? Why?
why
Yeah.
the commercial kind of midway through for Depression Barbie
Yeah.
killed me. That was
Yeah,
hilarious.
that was pretty funny.
Like it's a very weird, fun movie, and I did genuinely love it. I loved it.
I mean, like I said, it had its funny moments, but between it was kind of like funny moment,
Sure.
funny moment,
Yeah,
Alan, funny.
Alan.
So, I might. That's one that I might buy the Blu-ray for just to have the
Yeah.
Barbie movie. That wasn't one of those claymation movies with the
Not
teenage movie stars.
a very poorly animated movie where they all kind of look a little melted.
Oh my god. I once dated a girl whose kids, that's all they fucking watched. Ugh. It was the worst. Yeah, so okay, Barbie, I mean 2 out of 5, maybe 2.5 out of 5.
I went a solid 4.
Yeah. I mean you enjoyed it. and
Yeah, no,
that's okay.
I did really enjoy it. And honestly,
There's a reason you didn't join the podcast till season 5. So, no, I'm just kidding.
because there was no other option.
That's terrible.
Everyone else moved on and had
To be
kids.
fair, everybody who listens to the podcast loves Chris, so he could have just slipped right into the
That's
seats.
true.
Guys,
Just like he slipped
Still
into me.
could.
Anyways,
Any day. Just call.
Good.
I
Let me know.
never.
If you keep telling those Luke of these balls jokes,
Shit under control, boy.
right?
If you had looked at me even a month or a year or anything ago and said one of your favorite plot lines in a movie is going to be a bunch of Kens do a January 6th that have a musical number battle,
Yeah.
I would think you're crazy. But that's
Or a bunch of Kens talking about beaching each other off.
off so hard.
Yeah. Okay, here's the question, right?
Yeah.
Barbie or Oppenheimer?
Oppenheimer.
Yeah.
I need to
Now,
see that
here's the
still.
thing. I will
Dude,
say
you need
I need to go
see that
IMAX.
movie.
I have to go.
I-
Is it still at
I-
the IMAX? I hope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is.
I hope.
I will say I think both of those movies are absolutely fantastic.
They're very hard to
for
partner.
very
And
different
yeah,
reasons.
yeah.
They're very different movies. But for me personally, the kind of stuff I am such a huge fan of, like history.
Dude, Oppenheimer
and
teeters on a perfect movie for me.
It does for me too.
Teeters right there.
It absolutely does for me.
And I don't have a problem calling out perfect movies either.
Yeah.
So it's right there.
I am such a huge fan of history and a lot of like the World War II stuff. Like I read American Prometheus, I read The Bastard Brigade,
Yeah.
like all this shit like around that. It's also fascinating to me. So that movie is like, it's kind of tailored to work for me. So it's a little bit unfair, but I would even honestly say that in the kind of scheme of movies this year, Barbie is very close behind Oppenheimer for me. I would say Oppenheimer's second, Barbie's third for movies this year for me. So far.
I've got Oppenheimer and then Beau is Afraid. I think is my top 2.
I think
now.
Beau is, right now, as it
Have
stands.
you ever gotten to the level that I'm at for Beau is Afraid?
Not quite, but I do appreciate it more.
Are you shocked at how much I loved Beau is Afraid?
No,
Really?
that makes sense. I think for me, still, just based off
I'm
of,
still shocked at how much I love Beau is Afraid.
just based off of pure entertainment value for movies this year so far, and movies that I have gotten a lot of mileage out of. My favorite is still Dungeons and Dragons: Honor Among Thieves. That's still my number one movie of the year right now.
Where they talked about Baldur's Gate.
Yeah, where they did talk about Baldur's Gate, which is also a fantastic video game. Larian Studios.
Okay,
please.
stop talking. Stop talking.
But yeah, so it'd be like that. Oppenheimer and Barbie's very close behind Oppenheimer for me, though.
Okay. So we started talking about it because we started talking about Neil Blomkamp. And we debated on if we wanted to talk about this movie or not.
Yeah.
Couple reasons. We didn't want to talk about it because we wanted to stand in solidarity
Yeah.
with the writers' strike and SAG-AFTRA strike and not really promote a movie prior to release. This is the first screening that I've been to, press or otherwise, where there was a actual round of applause halfway through the movie.
Yeah.
And I did not expect it. Here's the thing. It's based off of a real life story based off of a video.
Are we avoiding saying the name of the movie to
No,
not?
we'll get to it.
Okay. I was gonna say.
So one of the most realistic racing simulator games that you can get for the PlayStation console is where it used to be, I think, exclusively, and I think
It still is.
Is it still exclusive? Is a game called Gran Turismo. One of the things about it is it's best known for the highly realistic track experiences that are based off of real tracks. The way that they bring the cars into the game and have them react and drive like they really drive. Things of that sort. It's based off of the true story of a young kid in the UK who has logged thousands of hours in this game. And Nissan and the game put on a tournament, and basically the top 10 winners get elected to go to this kind of Top Gun school.
Sure.
Right? It's basically Top Gun in cars.
Yeah, it's Top Gun for racing. For road
And
courses.
so it's this guy's story. Cool thing about that is he actually was he was his own stunt driver.
Oh, okay.
So
cool.
the all the driving for his character was done by him, which was pretty cool. It's a true story. I don't want to give too much away because the release date was pushed to April 25th. I will
April
say
25th.
this: out of the 3 movies that we're talking about today,
You mean August 25th? You
sorry,
said
did I say April?
You did.
August 25th. I apologize. Out of the 3 movies we're talking about today, probably my favorite.
Okay.
Jaimin Hansu is excellent in it.
Yeah.
Jerry Halliwell, Ginger Spice,
Mhm.
who is also married to Christian Horner of Red Bull Racing.
Yeah.
She plays his mother. Pretty good there. It's a great story. It's a great movie. Exciting race scenes.
Yeah.
Neil Blomkamp did a really good job in the early introduction of the transition from gaming to actual racing, of kind of showing the thought process that was going on in his head.
Yeah.
And kind of the moment of realization of shit, I've driven this track thousands of times.
Yeah.
You know, I know this. And how he could develop a different racing line because he did it in the game and found out that it's actually able to work and things of that sort. So it's really cool. The science of racing, I really liked it.
Yeah.
It's not a perfect movie by any means. David Harbour is fantastic in the movie. What the fuck is his name?
Orlando Bloom.
Orlando Bloom. Thank you.
Legolas.
I have a really hard problem watching Orlando Bloom with the extra 30 pounds that he's carrying around right now.
Why?
Because I need that slender, like, pirate or elf. It's weird. It's just weird to me.
I mean, age happens.
Anyways, it was a fantastic movie. I liked it. I think it's go see it. I think it's great.
Yeah. I mean, here's the thing. The important thing right now is
And it's not gonna. I mean, we don't have spoilers because it's a true story.
Yeah.
Look it up.
yeah. The important thing right now is there is not a call for a ban on movies because that's
Right.
actors still want support for their movies. They still want their movies to be seen. I think the important thing to remember, the kind of the thing to consider with this movie is Sony has been super predatory about how they've been treating this movie. They straight up came out and were like, oh, well, if the actors aren't going to do it, we're going to push back and do more screenings, and critics will press it out for us. So it's kind of like a fuck you, Sony moment, but the movie, from
I
everything
didn't
I've
see any of that coverage.
there was a
actually.
whole there was a ton about it, and then they tried to walk it back like, oh, that's not what we meant. That is what you meant. You were trying to starve out your actors and your writers. Pay them fairly, asshole.
If I had known that, I probably wouldn't have talked about it.
I mean, here's the thing too, though, that with the strike currently, they're not even asking for people to not talk about reviews because the actors and writers want credit for the hard work they've been doing.
Yeah,
So-
but they also want to be paid for the hard work
Exactly.
they're doing.
So it is
Technically, they want people who don't make a living, that are outside of the 2% of actors that make a living
Yeah.
in Hollywood, to be able to live off of the way.
Yeah.
It's like if you worked at McDonald's and some of you got paid $15 an hour and some of you got paid $6 an hour.
yeah.
The
And so
people who get paid $6 an hour need a second job.
yeah.
You mean $5,000 a year in residual checks isn't enough to live in LA?
Correct.
From
Yeah.
everything I've heard about this movie, it is a movie that was made with a lot of passion by a lot of people who deserve proper treatment and respect. So, I mean, Sony and all studios do fucking better. And Sony, especially for this movie to be so audacious as to be like, oh, you're not going to promote it? We'll get other people to promote it. Jokes on them. Most of the content creator and critic community have kind of.
Why are you
told them to go
calling
fuck
me an
themselves up.
asshole now
No,
instead
you're
of
not calling
telling
me
me
an
during
asshole.
the ride here,
No.
hey, we should not talk about this movie?
No, because here's the thing.
Don't touch me. Luca.
No, the thing is, I've seen a lot of people come out and say word of mouth is still important right now to get out, that a movie's worth seeing because that's what actors
Well,
and
the
writers are
difficult
living
piece
off
is we
of.
just came off of we can't go to theaters to see movies. That just happened.
When did that happen?
During COVID, you couldn't go to the
Gotcha.
theaters
I thought
to
you meant
see
with the
movies.
strike. I was like, what are you talking about?
You know, and now all of a sudden, it's not like people are telling us not to go see movies.
No, exactly.
And you know, these are our opinions.
Yeah.
We're not giving quotes to studios at screenings.
yeah, no, we're very
We're going to
careful about
screenings because we fucking love movies.
that. Yeah, and luckily,
And if I can see it before anyone else, I'll take it. I'll take you up on it.
yeah, the kind of the duty of our side
You
of
said duty.
the kind of duty of our side of the movie world and like content creation, podcasting, everything is making sure that you're not giving sound bites to studios. You're not taking money from studios to promote. We're not promoting anything, but what actors and writers are still asking for is giving
Except
word of
for Glitch Energy, Lux Bidet, Poppin' the Pepper, Coffee Dudes Coffee,
and reflect,
Sabers.
Please send me a lightsaber.
Oh, and Lego.
Yeah,
Reflect.
Lego.
If you're going to buy any Legos online, go to our partners page, click on the Lego banner, and shop.
Yeah. And reflect, please send me a lightsaber. Please. I will do so
He's
much
earned it.
for it. I will you don't I'll
What
do
will you,
free.
what will you do for it?
So, oh God, I can't talk about it on stream, but you can email me. You can get my email from Tony. I'll shill so
It's
hard.
Blaha at popcorntribunal.com.
I'll stand on a street corner and swing those things with a sign. Just send me a lightsaber. Please.
Wait a minute. If I had $1.
Just dear God, I want a lightsaber.
Here's the fact of the matter. The fact of the matter is, no, studios, you can't replace the writers with AI.
No, that's a stupid notion.
There's zero emotion behind AI. I personally, who subscribes to ChatGPT Plus, that's weird.
Yeah.
It feels like it needs a month all to itself. This is GPT Plus month. Like I appreciate what AI is bringing to the table, but the world that I work in tells me that AI is always going to need a human interface in some capacity. Movies need a human interface in some capacity. Imagine The Notebook with no emotion.
Mm-hmm.
That's an AI written movie.
If we start letting AI write movies, every movie is going to feel like a Tom Cruise movie.
Every
So
movie's
don't
going to
do
feel
that.
like a Bruce Willis movie late in his career.
Ooh,
Every
damn.
movie will be like Godzilla.
and
And you'll
also,
just sit in the row and pick your fingers.
just to
Sleep. I was asleep. I was asleep.
in the same vein, if you demon fucks really think you could just scan people's faces and use them to infinity
Just
in the
say their
background of
name.
your movie,
Say their name, damn it.
every
That's their
goddamn
name.
studio, if you literally think like, oh, I'll scan a face and just use it 45 years from now, you are the worst kind of scum. That is just so deeply disturbing that that's even a conversation being had. So fuck you, movie studios. Props to the actors and writers.
No. Hang on.
Okay.
Let's walk that back
Okay.
a little bit.
Sure.
Nah.
It feels like a fuck you movie studios. The reality is fuck you movie executives.
Okay, yeah, that's fair because there are a
who
lot of
are
people
taking
who,
$400 million bonuses and unwilling to give a 3% increase to the actor who walks
Yeah,
in the
you know,
background of your movies.
That's okay, yeah. That was maybe a little bit too. There's a lot of people at studios who also care and are being
Yes.
mistreated. So fuck you.
There
to
are
the,
studio executives that are not at the I can choose how much to pay you, that are on the picket lines with the writers,
Yeah.
with the actors. Why? Because they used to be writers, they used to be actors, right? They understand what they're dealing with.
So basically, fuck you, Bob Iger.
Yeah, Disney can go fuck itself.
Disney, Sony, with your stupid little statement, you can go fuck yourself.
I gotta be careful because there was a point where we weren't invited to Disney screenings, and I don't really want to get there.
Here's
again.
the thing.
Just pay the people.
Yeah, pay people.
Pay the people.
Disney itself, I love the properties, love the IPs. Fuck you, Bob Iger. You're gonna starve people out, you little bitch. You're as bad as Tom Cruise right now, motherfucker.
Oof.
And it's hard for me to say, listen, I loved it when you were going after DeSantis. That was awesome and fun.
Mm-hmm.
And now you're just a demon again, you piece of shit. Figure it out. God.
On that note, thanks for listening to Popcorn Tribunal.
We didn't even do music. We need to have something.
Oh, no, we're not really done. I mean, we're done.
We're
but
winding down.
We're winding down.
Now's the customary time at the end where we talk more shit about Tom Cruise. Call Tyler, quick.
Don't know why that just started on its own.
Yeah, so from a movie standpoint, I mean, go see movies. It's great.
Go
it's
see
a good time
movies.
with your family. Spend time with your family.
Get money as much as you can into the hands of the actors and the writers. They still need their projects supported.
Yes.
But make sure that you give a big old fuck you to the studio heads while you're doing it, because they're the ones that deserve to
You
be
know, the
fucked.
streaming services are really the ones that you have to be careful
That
about.
too. Whoever runs Netflix, fuck you.
Yeah.
I don't know who that is, but President Netflix, eat shit.
You know, ironically, the Apple TV Plus and Apple Films, they're the lowest on the totem pole from how much money they're taking from.
Really?
Yeah, I was kind of surprised at that. So,
Damn.
there's a new movie coming out with Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yes, Killers of the Flower Moon. I'm
Yeah.
excited about that one.
Yeah. It weirds me out, though, when he has bad teeth. Yeah.
He also does the same accent for that time period always. Whenever he does movies in that time period, it's always him sounding like this.
Yeah, but he's not dropping the N-bomb like he did in Django.
Thank God for that. Jesus Christ.
Still love that movie.
That was such a great movie.
it's a
That's the
great
only.
movie,
That is the only Quentin Tarantino movie that I've liked.
What?
Sorry.
Really?
On that note, thank you for watching Popcorn Tribunal. Thank you for listening. We will see you guys in a couple weeks.
We love you all.
What's wrong with Inglourious Bastards?
Oh, I
that's a
did
good
like
one.
Inglourious
That's a good one.
Bastards. A little
Pulp
long,
Fiction,
but I
all of
did
them.
enjoy it.
That's what she said.
Take care, everybody. I'll call you when I'm home, Mom.
Luca these balls.
Look at these nuts.
Look at these
It's
nuts.
It's funnier when you say nuts.
I don't understand it. It doesn't work for me.
Like, look at these nuts.
End
Luca.
of the song.
Bye.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.